George Floyd, R.I.P. And this incident hit a little closer to home for me when I saw it. I've been uh, I've been in law enforcement for this is going on my 17th year. Been in a million situations like that. My city's busy, violent. We're seeing it all. Um, but in this particular case, Mr. Floyd actually and I have a mutual friend, which kind of shocked me. My friend Corey, um, they tore me up to see him react to having to watch this. And if you never watch a friend of yours or someone that you care about get killed, it's something that's it's impossible to imagine, hard to swallow. In all my 17 years, I've never understood where it comes from. Where it's almost like this entitlement of an attitude that I'm the man in power. I have the badge, so um, I can pick and choose who I show respect. Um, I've never understood that. I've always looked at every person as made in the image of God, like from the biggest wino in the alley to CEO of a company. You treat them the same. We actually work for them, so they get treated with as much respect as anyone else. And there's this accepted cynical attitude in police work where, I hate people. They get that because we deal with people on their bad days. Well, you start to get this attitude. Well, I hate people, and it's like accepted that you hate people. And when I hear that, I want to just scream at them. Like, could you imagine if Anthony Rizzo showed up for one day at Wrigley Field and said, "I hate baseball"? Like, would that even make sense? If you don't like people, then what are you doing here? I got this job because I love people. And I got this to be a professional peacemaker. That's what my idea of a cop is. See, people shouldn't pucker up when they see me. People should feel safe. Oh, it's Matt. It's only Matt. No reason to be worried. It never made sense to me. Even 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. I see it. It still goes on all the time. 2 weeks ago, I pulled up to two cops. I asked them a simple question, and I was talked to like in the most ridiculously blatant, disgusting, condescending, evil way that it took me back. I was shocked. Like, I was in street clothes, so I'm like, you actually talk to citizens like this, and the people around you let that ride. So I don't want to hear about one bad apple ruins the city. If somebody sees that bad apple doing that, if I see one of my guys talking to somebody like that, they're getting checked right there. I don't tolerate it. Guys know that. So you're telling me this guy who disrespected me and his partners just stand there and do nothing. That's exactly what happened. And you take that to another level. That's exactly what happened to George Floyd. One guy doing something ridiculously, murdering him basically, and everyone else just standing around letting it ride. Way too much of that in this profession. Way too much of that in this profession. Still goes on. It's that attitude of, oh, well, they're just a criminal. Well, who cares about them? Their feelings mean nothing. Their life means nothing. That's not true. Every life is precious. I think that type of attitude needs to be eradicated completely. Not just accepted here and there, not a slap on the wrist. I think that attitude needs to be, grab that attitude by the neck, take it out back, eradicate that attitude. Put a bullet in that attitude's head, gone forever. Like Nazism. Get it out of here. We're professional peacemakers. Professional. Yeah, some people are going to disrespect us. Yeah, some people are going to resist us. Are you a professional? I remember going to a class one time, and they had us list out the 5 best components to being a cop, the 5 best attributes of being a cop that you thought would make a good cop. And the number one thing that I put on my list was compassion. And when the instructor got that, he thought I was kidding. He thought that he would make a mockery of me in front of the class. Call me Mr. Compassion, like I was soft. Like this is not the attitude you should have, and they try to make a joke out of me. Um, and I wasn't mad at him. That was just how his thinking was. Um, we ended up having a long talk after the class, and I think I kind of won him over because I had guys next to me, some of my partners. I was like, yeah, that's how he treats people, and it works. But that's that attitude. Compassion is like the laughable thing that a cop should show the citizens. That doesn't make sense. See, if I see you and I have compassion for you as a fellow human being, then I'm not gonna, no matter what you do, I'm gonna revere your life. And when you see this guy kneeling on George Floyd, I don't know how many minutes he did that for. He didn't care about his life. He saw him as a nothing. He saw him as a lesser person than him. He saw him as vermin, just a throwaway person. And that's the type of attitude that needs to be eradicated. But it's not just that. Down the line, if an officer talks disrespectfully for no reason whatsoever to another person, you're part of the problem. If an officer thinks that he is righteous and all the other people, all the criminals are the bad guys and he's the good guy, that's the problem. Everyone deserves respect. We live in a free country where everyone deserves respect. And if they disrespect you or they force you to arrest them, then you do it. And you do it with the force necessary, like the Constitution says. And even so, do that with respect. I see my brother Corey heartbroken over his friend. It's hard to swallow. It's gotta stop. Love you guys.